Hello, everyone. And I did say about the campaign video be done at weekend, but my deck's basically not going to change now. But we do have a Neon Fusion, which could be really good. It is Tonga lower, which is what it is. I'm doing it for images, nothing more. So, welcome to your campaign guide. Now, if you're wondering why in God's green earth I am on here and not on campaign, it's because why not? So I've had a thought about when to start this campaign guide and when not to, and I think I'm gonna start at doing stages 50 to 56. Now the stats do get quite big, especially in the early stages. I'll just say I'll just show the campaign spreadsheet for this. So as you can see, like let's go to like 22 or 22, yeah. So about 90k, 120s. And then yeah, here it is. It's like stage 29 requires 144k charisma there. And going all the way to that to 42. See, as you can see there, your 90k's, 100 and like about 145k's on the female match for an up and down arrow. There, as you can see, and yeah, I'm going to do in this one 29 all the way up to 42, and then we'll be moving on to 46 to 49, and then yeah, going from there. Okay, so that's how this campaign guide's gonna go. So we're gonna be doing two sets of levels today. Is 29 all the way up to 42, and that'll be part one to this campaign guide. So yeah. So let's start with stage is 42. Now, if you've never seen a campaign video like this before, let me tell you how it's gonna go, or well, what to expect from one. So I will be replaying every single level in terms of the ones that will be covered. So 22 all the way up to 84. Videos will be separated, so this is part one of this campaign guide. But there are two big parts. They are going to be about 4 or 5 parts into it. So you're going to be seeing 22 to 35, 42 to 49, and then 56 will be on its own. And then 63 all the way up from 57, 63, 64 to 70, and etc. etc. All the way up to the end goal, John Cena. So there will be a lot of coverage in this campaign. Now I am looking at 22 to sorry, no, not 22 to 22, sorry. About 36 to 42 and then to Axe. So that's how long I'll be going. So for Macho all the way up to Axe, I'll be completing in this video. Now I cannot guarantee all equipment used will be free to play and such. But what I am going to try and do is try and limit the use of pay-to-win equipment. Older equipment will be used in all these campaign videos, and Bron Breaker is your final award. He will not be used. There is no supports, unlike the last one. So Winston will may be used. Spoiler: he won't. I've got someone better, and yeah. So if you're trying to follow this campaign guide, it will be a mix of me doing the levels, but also doing the preparation, because I always find the preparation to be the most difficult bit in terms of getting to the stats and people overcomplicating levels. So yeah, you'll see how it is. You'll get used to it. But yeah, let's start with stage 36. Now I have tried to be as recent as possible, and we're going to be looking at a few things. How effective the Firefly support is, how effective the white cards are, the White Lantern, which I do not have, but I'll be talking about that a lot. especially with the latter stages. So yeah, let's get into it. So stage 36. So we required a female solo speed match at 114k, a male toughness match at 96k, and then a male speed match, and that's 310k on a tag. So that is fine, actually. So it's just that female speed, which we can use AJ Lee. So that is nice and fine. The Asuka would work, Chicago will work. So that is all nice. It's just I'm just going to use some preparation, a little bit of preparation for that that speed match. So, if you're unaware, there is a code called Daddy Dom, which gives you 2 free SummerSlam equipment. You get Liv Morgan Cowprint Vest and Liv Morgan Jelly Pop. The Cowprint Vest also works on Dominic. The Liv Morgan Jelly Pop does not. So, just be aware of that. But yeah, so just doing some prep here, and we're going to do it without using the support. So, yeah, let's just show this level off. So yeah, we're just using the 2 equipments. These ones should be easy. Well, they're the easy ones of this section of this campaign. Now, I will say this campaign definitely harder than the previous one, especially towards the latter stages. But you shouldn't have too many problems, I would imagine. So yeah, we're going to use Triple H here. Of course, we're going to see how effective Beat the Oracle is towards it. I know it is very useful, so you'll be seeing a shed load of Beat the Oracle. But I'll also try to tie in the Halloween cards, which is to each their own. I'm not going to be using them in this campaign, but I will talk about them. Where you could use them, where you can't. So yeah, that is how you do it. So just we'll be showing recaps, and so AJ Lee easily wins that first match. We have Triple H to win that toughness match, and of course the speed match of Andre and Devon. And we're just going and we are not going to show equipment in these ones because these stages are relatively straightforward. Yeah, let's just take these off real quick, and then we'll see where we are going to use them. Okay, that took 7 minutes to do 36. So now let's move to 37. Now 37 is a little bit more of a mess, but it's not too difficult. We can do the first 2 matches without any equipment. The first and the third. It's just that female match. So we're going to be using someone called Blake Monroe. And I will say now, Lola Vice will also work for this. She also procs in stats. So let's just try and keep it free for this. So we're going to be using a t-shirt from Unhinged. I do have a fair few amount of Unhinged equipment actually. It's actually quite bad because it's taken up a lot of room. But yeah, definitely worth looking into. I'm gonna use a follow equipment there as well because why not? So just gonna check these stats. We're starting at 280, and yeah, it'll be enough. So let's get into this level real quick. These ones I'm gonna be going at a relatively fast pace. But when we get towards the latter stages in these ones, which will be part 3 onwards, and we'll be taking it a lot more slower because it's only 1 set of levels, and there's a lot more thinking behind it, a lot more to do. So yeah, as you can see, AJ Lee, Blake Monroe, good battle tag. Of course, the matches in these ones are just simple. Your averagey on pros. Of course, still using Oracle cards, nice and easily, and yeah, very easy. So it's just that female tag match you just have to watch out for, that 150k intuition. So yeah, Devon Dudley beats The Miz very easily, and then this was the tag team match to be careful of. Of course, 155 for Lola, 143 for Blake. and mine having 170 for Blake and 193 for AJ. So yeah, and then this match is a very easy win. So let's go 38 now, and 38 includes a table, which we'll have to be careful for. It's also a female tag match. The other two matches you could do without equipment. So let's look into it. So we're going to be using a Eon single, and in this campaign you'll notice I got destroyed by the equipment, by the support. I do not have any good support for this sort of stuff. So we're going to be using a very old equipment, which sadly can't get anymore. But if you did get it, this level is very easy to use. We'll also be using Blake Monroe once again, just to help assist us in this. And we're going to be using a Subsub 25 power equipment. Now, of course, keep an eye on the table. The table, with it in mind, we need to hit 130Ks. It's about 300k that you need to do it without the table, which we should have very easily. So yeah, let's just get into it. Of course, these videos do tend to be longer. So yeah, if you're stuck on this section of campaign, yeah, then fine. If you don't need the certain levels, just skip ahead to when I do the level that you need. So for example, if I'm covering level 14, I'm pretty sure it is, and you need a level, for example, like it's one I'll probably be covering, like Axe's level, skip ahead. You don't need to watch this section if you do not want to. It's only for those who need it. But yeah, very easy there. Just gonna look at the recaps. So Devon Dudley, easy wins. Andre Giant, easy wins. And then yeah, this was the match that was a little bit questionable. But yeah, very standard Eon Pros sort of levels, basic power equipment. Blake Monroe there, hitting 140, 182 for Asuka. And you'll see the impact of Asuka in the next, in a latter part. So yeah, we're at 39 now. So I'm moving slow, I thought, Jesus. So 258k in speed, which we wouldn't be able to beat at the minute. So we're going to use Blake Monroe again. Now we're going to be using the Dominant Mysterio Nuggets, completely free to get. So do not be if you think of using paid stuff, I will provide alternatives to it. Should you be confused by any means? Now we're actually going to be using a old limited edition card. Actually, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to be using CM Punk's Eon Pro with the Nux for one of the matches, which is that big 274k minimum. I forgot I'm not on Do Not Disturb, so in case someone messages me or whatever. So yeah, we could probably use Larry as our support here rather than this, rather than the manager, since it is it's 258k for the for that for that speed match, so we are fine. Could be using no support, so yeah, we could just use Triple H and Punk, which should be good. But yeah, again, just showing the levels off. These stages will fly by, of course. I expect these viewers to do very low. But hey, more the merrier. Of course, this is what makes it stand out. Okay, nice easy win there for AJ and Blake. Of course, Orton gets destroyed by Andre Giant. Andre is a very good card, by the way, to get. Well, I say to get, can't get him anymore. For Beat the Oracle, I will say now, I know I talked about what's the impact of them going to mean, trying to be mysterious. I'm just going to be honest. They're the most useful cards. I'll take that now for free. Very useful. You'll be amazed at how much we're going to be using them in this campaign. So, yeah, just look at the match recaps again after that very simple win. AJ and Blake once again wins against Nikki and Fallon. No supports are required for these. Andre Giant beat Randy Orton very easily. And then this was a little bit questionable. Of course, we had to use Knox, CM Punk's Knox from its limited edition last year. And Triple H. Then yeah, just be wary of that guitar support. And that was that's stage 39. So 40, stage 40 now is a lot of toughness, which should be fine actually, because we have just covered that. So it's just that Chris match, which is a tag match. So Blake Monroe again. And you'll be amazed at how much, like, you'd think, like, Blake Monroe being a mid-tier superstar, you won't need her. You actually might. There's a lot of examples in which you use the young card to not think about it, and that's the sort of thing with campaign, is that, you will never know when you need a card, for example, like a mid-tier superstar, like a Blake Monroe sort of card, or a, like Montez or someone like that, of course, and you'll be amazed at how much we don't really use the top superstars. And we use thank God we won that. But yeah, you'll be amazed. You won't really see like the top superstars. It's more niche ones and like the lesser of superstars. Which I hope you can learn about the future campaigns is that. Don't disregard anyone really. It's nice and easy. So yeah, let's just look at the recap. A lot of toughness here. So Devon Dudley easy beat Seth. This was the only little bit questionable one. Not too difficult to pick with the guitar. 154 again. So yeah, making that 309. If you got basically any of the Tarot Pros, you'll be easy with that, especially Devon and Andre, or Triple H. Depending, you can interchange matches, and then this female tag match is very easy. We all go speed ahead. Well, I'm still doing everything, but we're just gonna try and be a little bit quicker. So, male charisma may be a problem for a few, but for us it isn't. Female tag in speed. Now, luckily, it is giving Blake Monroe already with her instead of it, so that is fine. We just need to sort out that match regarding. So Punk and Triple H can get the unhinged equipment just in case. So yeah, nice and easy. And then what's the 100? Okay, yeah, that's sorted. So yeah, let's just get into it. But yeah, using old equipment as well, you'll be amazed at how people will overcomplicate these stages. In terms of the sort of difficulty of them, they're not the most difficult, these ones aren't anyway, but they do require a little bit of thinking about, just so you don't overcomplicate it, and that's the difficult bit about campaign, is overcomplication. I'll tell you that now firsthand. This campaign is very easy to overcomplicate in my opinion. The only I've noticed, so we'll get into it, I'm just going to use a support here. We don't actually need it, but I want to use one just to be a little bit different. But yeah, you don't actually need the support. But yeah, that'll be a prime example of just making sure. But yeah, you don't need the support for that if you used my combination. You'll be perfectly fine without. But you just won't get as much destruction. So, looking at recaps, typical tag team: AJ Lee, Blake Monroe. Andre Giant in a speed match beat the final boss of this campaign, John Cena, on a easy level. And then this, of course, we use touch grass. You don't need to use it. If you used my combination, I just wanted to be funny. So yep, against Danu and Seth Rollins. Now we're on to Macho Man's level himself, and it's a power and toughness. And there's a table being used for the male powers. that is fine. That is basically Andre Devon, Andre Triple H, not Triple H, Triple H Devon, etc. etc. So yeah, we've got two male tags that are in power. Lex Luger's perfectly there, perfectly fine. And the toughness match for the females is a 283. So yeah, I think we're just gonna be using Paul by the looks of it. I mean, no, we'll go use Zelina. Just use someone just to be quick. So yeah, they're low. They're low either way. It's about 113s each. Except we are just going to be wary about the that's toughness match. Well, yeah. Other than that, we should be good against the macho man. So it's be a case of checking the spreadsheet. You should have access to it. If you don't, go into Discord and ask about it. Someone should send it you. But yeah, as you can see, we're not really using any support cards in these early stages, and that's because they are quite simple. These are the easy levels of this campaign, for this section anyway. I'm just showing these ones because they can cause a little bit of trouble, for some depending on like paying attention or whatever. But yeah, I shouldn't have a problem with them. That's straightforward in my opinion. Of course, being the NWO. And yeah, thank God. They're about to push back at us. Still Macho King. Well, you're not, because I just beat you. So, yeah, the Andre and Devon power match is there for the tag. Of course, interchangeable with the third match. This match would have been a little bit of an annoying one, especially with the lack of it. But again, there's just so many options there. You got Ava now in the mix, so definitely go and look into that. But easy match nonetheless. And then of course, we got tabled, but it wasn't enough for them to win against Triple H and Lex Luger. So yeah, Macho Man completing these, and now we are on 22 minutes. So right, okay, this is where we have to bend. Right, it's where we're gonna have to swap one breaker out every single time. Okay, now this one I was annoyed at because of it being right arrows. Now, Supercard now have improved your right arrow distributions with the flip card. So I'm not gonna talk about that now. I'm gonna talk. Actually, no, I'll talk about it now since it's relevant. So most of the flip cards, so AJ Lee goes up to an up arrow when you flip it to the Halloween variant. So there it is. That's that up arrow, which is a bit annoying, but I mean it is what it is. You get a special card for it. Bliss is one of them that swaps to a right arrow on shows part of the quest. Becky Lynch does the same. She goes to a right arrow when you flip to Halloween. Alistair just flips back to an up arrow, so yeah, to be aware of that. Kyrie flips to a left arrow, so you'll need her human form, her normal form, like this version of it, with the woods and the gates. And of course, Rhea Ripley, you'll have the others anyway. So yeah, Rhea Ripley can flip also to a right arrow. I'm not going to talk about this event. Well, I say event, it's an event, so I'm not calling it an event, it's Scam Hunt. But, yeah, just be aware of that. So we are going to be using our left out female, right out females. Oh God, Mae Young's been there. So yeah, we're also going to not use Bomb Breaker at all. Because no one will have him. If you're watching this, you do not have Bomb Breaker. So it's just that female tag that's going to be causing problems, and it's also ironically the support match. So we're going to be using Mae Young's hand. Now, this is where we are going to be using the levels of the supports, especially now because we don't have any extra reason. The other two should be fine though. Of course, 117s. Well, Seth is covering that. Corey Graves, can't believe I'm saying that, should also cover that. So we're just gonna use Mayung's hand again on Corey just in case. And yeah, we did get the Seth F3, so he will be used in the latter stages of campaign. So just be aware of that. Oh god, wait, I didn't check. Am I looking at the right match? No, I'm not. Oh god, I looked at the wrong match, haven't I? Yeah, I looked at the wrong match. Great, I'm have to reset. God, when we look at the wrong match, I'm now like confused at which one now. God. Mae Young easily wins that. Oh god, yeah, I've looked at the wrong match. Okay, it's 94. As well as we look at the wrong match, people. I'm hoping that's enough. It's not going to be, is it? No, it's not. I'm not gonna really tell. Yeah. Alright, give me a minute. I can sort that. It's just I looked at the. I was prepping for like 42, 43. So just bear with me here. Just having slight malfunction. Also, what a convenient way if you go through campaign quickly, just detach all equipment. If you need to, just so you know where you are up to and stuff. I'll not be demolished. Well, I have just been demolished actually. So just bear with me. I've not paid attention. These are early stages anyway, so nothing to overthink. So yeah, rest made t-shirt Charlotte, and she's fine. We're going to use Zelina as our manager, and we're going to be put Seth and Corey in for this match. But yeah, it's same format really. It's just the women not paying attention. So yeah, let's go. Oh my god, I'm kind of embarrassed now. So yeah, very easy win for me. She put twice as well, Jesus. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like using unhinged cards in Eon, you know. It's because they didn't give us right our females. Well, they did. They gave us Jacqueline, but not to the big extent. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And there we go. Corey and Seth now finally win. So yeah, we're just gonna look at this match week. Passed it way too early. So first match we used Mae Young with the Mae Young can benefits from it. So yeah, do keep an eye on that. You can't get that anymore, but yeah, it's good to know. WrestleMania t-shirt comes in handy for Charlotte Flair. Well, it didn't because we didn't need it, but yeah. And then this power match of the Seth and Corey. Of course, not everyone will have Seth. I'm very aware of that. Alternate options can include, for example, John Cena. There's a PCC for Cena and Orton next week. So we have to keep that in mind. It's about the right arrows, so either of them will benefit your deck. Randy Orton's another example of that, as well. So just be aware of that. Now, this was the match I was preparing for. Well, it wasn't. It was the other one. But yeah, it's just a lot of toughness matches really. So Corey and Seth are fine. It's just that female match in which we're gonna have some slight issues with. Nothing too much, so nothing that we can't handle. So there we go. That should cover that. We may use Firefly so just in case. But yeah, we're using Larry. Support of course Maxine Dupree's. Toughness manager is a lot better. So, I think Corey should be fine for this first one. Yep, he is. Cena is fine for that as well. So we're just going to use Fireflies here just in case, because of any eventuality that there is a guitar used, and yep, that's why there was a guitar used. and then Seth to win at the end. There we go. Of course, him procking there. So, yeah, that match is just a lot of toughness. It's putting pressure on toughness matches. Mae Young. So yeah, if you didn't keep her, then you may have an issue. But other than that, it should be alright. So we used Corey Graves here against Seth, Mae Young, and a foil Charlotte Flair. Now, normal Charlotte Flair will be fine. I do know. Because it's normal for them, like a few thousand off and whatever, and we beat them by a load. So yeah, definitely nice and fine there. Of course, using Fireflies, 1,000 backstage tokens in the White 6 backstage store. So yeah, definitely worth getting for toughness. And then we had Seth Rollins here with this with that win as well. So 45 now. It is a toughness speed. So 2 female matches in speed. Now that is a problem for us, mainly because I don't have any good speed people. So do bear with me. We should be fine though. However, we're just going to be using equipment that you won't think of necessarily. So Dominic Mysterio's thing, and then we need to have a clutch up. Basically a very high thing. It's a tag match for that toughness match, isn't it? No, it's not singles. Oh yeah, it's all singles matches. Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, let's just get into this one. Got to be careful not to use Charlotte Flair because that is inevitable. That will happen. Or Bron Breakker. I know he's on there as well. Of course, you will not have Bron Breakker if you're watching this, so just be aware. Or unless you're watching after, you could play campaign and you're saying hi, or you're supporting, or he's trying to see different routes. So yeah, we're using Mae Young first. Nice and easy. And then Charlotte Flair, I'm just going to check to make sure. Okay, we do need the support there. It isn't enough. Which is fine. Because this is why I checked the spreadsheet. Nice and easy there for Charlotte. Of course, if you do struggle with it, you don't have a speed support or anything like that, put momentum. Nice and easy. Now, I think this is the match I was looking at before. So, 46. Oh, I forgot to check match recaps. My bad. I'll just leave for now since I'm trying to go through this quickly. So yeah, male tag is a problem. Power though is another issue. Now, it's a charisma one, which is perfectly fine because we have what's called a WrestleMania T-shirt. So, or equally, there's a lot of things you could do with it, but we're just gonna use WrestleMania T-shirt. Now, the power match for the females, however, is going to be a bit of a problem. So, Corey Graves needs to lose his power equipment. Give it to Mae Young, who's just over the okay amount. Just gonna use Zelina. And then the toughness match is nice and easy. We can just use basically anyone for that. Just could probably use Corey. Yeah, we'll use Corey and get away with it. So, let's get into it. So yeah, for this one, just gonna use. I didn't actually realise we need. It was a tag match. It's a good thing I supported that wholly. But yeah, and you could, yeah. If you don't know, actually, by the way, I don't know if it's still active. It is a little bit of an old one, but it should still be active. There's a few codes that I didn't mention. Of course, I mentioned Daddy Dom's one earlier. But also do keep in mind the grass touch maintenance code. That is that's for your pro touch grass support, which comes very handy in campaign. You also have Fate and Fortune, and I think that's all of them for now. So yeah, just put them in as well. So definitely keep aware of that. Get your free pro support. It should still be available. It is 29,309, so it's better than F3 Universe. So why not get it? It's also free. So here we used our support because I'm a little bit stupid, but we are fine with it. It's nice and easy. Corey Graves beating Tommaso Ciampa there, and then of course that tag team of Mae Young and the foil Charlotte Flair to win that. So 47. Now 47, I'm seeing another female power match. So that means Zelina's getting a match. Now we are going to be using. I would use the pipe bomb promo, but I'm going to keep this as free to play as I can. So male tag for toughness, and it's 120's average. So that we could just use put Knox on Cena, and then the other one's easy. Of course, we're not going to be using Braun Breaker. We're just going to swap him for Sami Zayn for now. So yeah, we should be fine with that match. Do you need? It's okay. It's 250. Okay, it's not. It's less than I thought. So 47. Hopefully you find this helpful. Especially towards the latter stages. I would take it a lot slower than this. So yeah, I expect Braun Breaker would do that highest amount of views, since that's the one that everyone is talking about in regards to issues, because of the female problem. So I hope that can help more people. Alright. So yeah, just look at the recaps. We did use a table here because again, Jacqueline would have been better, but I do have her. It's just I've not trained her. So Mae Young is going to be well to use. Of course, you can use your flip cards as well as you have them pro'd. Of course, at the minute they're not the easiest to pro. You can pro them, but yeah, not the easiest. And equally, it depends if you could be bothered. So yep, we are beating The Rock with Corey Graves, which is ironic, and then this one very close match, but we do win with Seth Rollins and John Cena. So yep, nice and easy, and then we're gonna move on to 48. Now 48 is a female toughness singles match. So Mae Young is getting used with her support. Yep, there we go, she wins. And then I'm just gonna check. Okay, yeah, it's 2 female solo matches, which is fine. So we're gonna be buffing the charisma section up, which is gonna be Seth and Corey, which actually I don't think need it anyway, no they don't. So let's get into it. So Mae Young, I think something tells me I should have put on Charlotte for some reason. Yep, that's why. Yep, should have. Alright, give me a minute. With any equipment, she'll be fine with that. So just bear with. I know it says 2 stars there. Easily winnable. It's just I forgot to put equipment onto Charlotte because I didn't fully pay attention. This is why you pay attention to the spreadsheet. So we'll just show it again really quickly. These errors will happen. I'm raw footage. I'm not going to edit it. I don't edit my content actually. I probably should for the sake of blunders, but voice cracks and stuff. But yeah, I don't really mind. You know, I don't know, but I think an audience would rather have raw content than like all edited. You know, and that's just how I see things really. So there we go, finally. So once we put some equipment on, so Mae Young wins very easily there against Roxanne. Charlotte, which was the match we lost against JC. Now, of course, perfectly fine. Now we just need to put some toughness equipment on her. Nothing else. Nothing else issue-wise. Of course, momentum would help with that as well. And then we have Seth and Corey winning. Now, the final level of this video will be Axe. So, it's a lot of tag matches. So, Bron Breakker has to go. Big time as well. Put Cena in. No, we're not. We're going to put Jey Uso in. Jey Uso would be a nice one to use for that. Right, see this female match. So, it's Charisma. So, that is fine, actually. That's perfectly cool with me. We're just going to take a set of equipment off him, which is that. Right, okay, so Mae Young is just going to get some equipment as well. We're just going to give her the Charisma one. So it's 141, 241. Oh god, it's not enough. Okay, so we're going to be using Maurice as our manager then. So now we need to focus on the males. So yeah, we're going to be using Seth. That first one. Oh, it's 120s each and 125s each. So we just need like one really good in speed. And then the other one can basically just get carried. Put Zayn in for speed as well. Just put a random speed equipment on him. No, yeah, we'll validate that. Juice was fine with Seth. So let's go. And after this, it's Nikki Bella stages. Now we're not now Nikki Bella stages will be in the next one. So do of course if you're struggling with that. So by the time this is out, Nikki Bella's will be loading. I'm doing them in order, so these sections come up first, and then it's Nikki, then it's Braun, then it's Jordan, and then it is Roman, then it is John Cena. So yeah, nice one there. And then these two should win on their own now. And there we go. Hey, you never know where you're going to need your some 25 event cards. So, yep, you have just been crushed. And just going to show the recap. So, Seth Rollins and Jey Uso, event card Jey Uso, wins against Smash and with Kaiser. This female match was why the manager was used, and yeah, just to be aware of that support. Not too big of an impact though. For us, it is perfectly fine. Of course, using Charlotte Flair and Mae Young, and then Corey Graves and Sami Zayn win perfectly easily against Crush and Axe, and yeah, that is going to be it. So, thank you for watching part 1 of campaign. I don't expect this to get many views, so big thank you. Next is Nikki Bella Stages. Goodbye.